Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 4, Episode 25. I am your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew, although Ahmed right now is a coach. How is everyone doing right now on this fine Saturday evening?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Not all at once?
Yeah. Nice quiet week, especially in gaming. It's been very calm and level-headed.
Hey, we had to get resettled. We had to get resettled back here in Seattle. I had so much shit to do that was like paying bills, getting groceries, fixing the car, tracking down my shit that didn't arrive, like my luggage that didn't arrive.
That's gonna be bad.
More bills. Work was crazy this week. I'm still killing. I'm like finally, I think at the end, 99% killing off this fucking chest cold that wouldn't go away, and it was 22 hours door to door to get home this time because of delays and stupid flights, and yeah, that knocked the hell out of me on 3 hours of sleep. So yeah, it was rest, and then I did a bunch of fucking prep that you guys don't see. So yeah, it was a quiet.
I feel bad for like not picking spells and shit on my character. I was like, oh shit, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it was quiet. No, we did a bunch of lore writing because I realized that the next part of the adventures might have you leaving Elsyr Vale. So I'm like, what are the other countries and
what are they doing?
what are the other countries and places in Volcanica? So when we switch to the Volcanica map later on tonight, I'll do a little bit of a lore dump. If you're curious, there is a write up in the world building section of our OneNote. That we can go through maybe at the end of the night or something like that, and I'll bring things up as they are relevant. And then, of course, what was tonight's adventure wasn't sufficiently prepped. So yeah, sorry, Mark. Some of us are a little bit busy there.
Well, you know what? 22 hours seems like a lot of time to prep.
Oh fuck, Marty is not productive on airplanes. I'm like, I'll read. No? It's just there's something about the state that your body is in that makes me sleepy, but not sleepy enough to actually sleep. It's horrible. Travel is, I don't have fun during travel. Not at all. Not at all. Anyways, holidays were good. Finally kicked the crap out of that cold. I still have a little bit of the cough left. Yeah,
the dregs.
I got sick the week before I left, so we're talking about the first week of December.
Yeah,
it's like this. They call it the 100-day cough, and it's really annoying.
It's getting there.
Yeah. Yep. My sternum has got such a workout from coughing. Yeah. Anyways, I watched a lot of bad TV. There was a lot of stuff that I just wasn't impressed by. We would spend the rest of the night talking about it. Let's not go there. There were some fun parties back in Canada. Got to spend time with some fam. Saw Mark a couple times, so that was good.
Yep.
How are you guys? Holidays?
So we did the reverse Noah's Ark for Christmas. Tried to eat 2 of every animal.
That's gonna happen.
We nicknamed the barbecue Noah's Ark.
Yeah, so it was like lamb and chicken and duck and turkey and cow and shrimp and scallops and the leg of pork that I roasted that we're still getting through. I got a leg of pork from the grocery store. It was like super cost effective. I roasted up with like crackling on top, and I marinated it for a couple of days. It takes a while to eat like 30 pounds of meat. We're about halfway through.
Adam, he's got the meats.
So yeah, I ate meat, went to the gym, did some like R&R for my joints and for my muscles, like some of the stuff that was a little bit sore, and feeling good. And they got my ass handed to me by work for a week. Just like, here's your ass. Would you like another helping of your ass with your ass?
Yeah, the first couple of weeks back we're busy at work. Yeah.
Yep.
I worked on the weekend of Christmas Was off for a few days, then back to work for the weekend of New Year's. So yay!
We had a customer. We did so good on a quote that they didn't offer us the program that we quoted. They said, "Here, give us a rapid turnaround quote on this other bigger program, and we'll not give you that other program. Don't waste your time with this bullshit. You did such a good job. Do this thing that's an order of magnitude harder and quote it in half the time." Go. Over Christmas. Go.
Over Christmas, yeah.
Fun. Ahmed, how was your trip to Egypt? You're muted.
Pyramids again.
No, I've got you muted. Sorry, it's muted on my end. Go ahead.
All right, there we go. You hear me?
Yep.
Copy.
Yep, Roger.
The pyramids are still big. That's cool.
Oh, they didn't shrink them? I heard they were doing that.
Got to see a lot of people again, and every meal I had, I was gaining weight because everything is fried.
What a wonderful
Like I
land.
could just feel every time I put my pants on, I was like, oh, it's a little tighter. I'm like, I don't know how much more I can do this. I'm gonna have to go to sweats in the second week.
I have to go to sweats.
It was good though. It was good. That's the kind of vacation you're like, all right, that was worth it. Then you've got the kid, the toddler, who's got rows of people in front of him and rows of people behind him, entertainment thing in front of him, and food being served to him. And me and my wife trying to put him to sleep for 7 hours. That was fun. But no, other than that, it was great. It was pretty
They're
good.
kind of like little time bombs, where it's like, yeah, he's happy now, but not doing this thing now means there's going to be an absolute atomic disaster in 5 hours.
Yeah. I was like,
All it's going to take is for him not to fart, and it's going to be crazy.
Now, let's be clear. When I want to fart and no fart happens, that is pretty much I have turned into a wailing baby myself.
All right. And just to restore our nerd cred, what game did you guys play during the break?
Pathfinder. I had the laptop with us. The kids and I were going crazy.
Pathfinder Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous?
Kingmaker still.
You're still trying to
We're
finish
catching up.
Catching up?
Well, the kids are. I'm already in Wrath of the Righteous.
The BattleTech computer game, the BattleTech fucking game that they made, the Kickstarter game, that is, I played that all the break. And then to cleanse myself, I'm like, I need to shoot something in the face. Just so I've been going through the Doom BFG, like Doom 3 BFG edition.
Yeah.
I beat all of Doom 3. I beat all of Resurrection of Evil. I beat all of the Lost Missions. I beat all of Doom 1. I beat all of, and now I'm up on the last mission of Doom 2. I've shot many things in the face. And Doom, like the original Doom, is so fucking awesome still. Like it's still just fucking amazing. Like it handles well. With their mouse integration, it's smooth and quick and exciting and well made. And then you play a modern game and you're like, God, they suck. God, you suck at making a shooter. Your shoot bang sucks. Modern Warfare 2 remake.
Mark, what did you play?
I kind of went the opposite, where at one point I noticed Jedi Fallen Order was free on January 3rd on the PlayStation Network, so I got that. Already beat it, but it was a fun game, so I played again.
It was good.
I saw Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which I think is PlayStation 2.
That's old.
Yeah, but it was the
It's amazing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the remake, and you know what? The gameplay is not amazing. I started to play. I'm like, this is awful. What the hell?
Your PC will play it. I've got a disc for it. I can mail you the disc to play it on your potato PC because it's kick ass compared to like. Guys, it's tons of fun. I don't know. Being able to pop wheelies on motorcycles.
Well, yeah, but driving a vehicle is like, oh my god, there's no reference. Like there's no, it's all the way or nothing. Like,
it's very tappy. It's very yeah.
Yeah, there's no just move a little bit. It's like you always.
You don't want the hypercar in that one. You want to be like, no, I don't want the really fast one. I want the moderately fast one because I need to go in a straight line.
I'll take the Fiat.
So I ended up deleting it and just playing Pathfinder and Mad Max again. So
I
That game
discovered
was surprisingly good.
I discovered this
Mad
little
Max.
game.
Yeah. I'm having fun playing it through again.
It's just fun to run around and be like, I got my car, it makes lots of noise and spits, and then I shoot somebody in the face with a shotgun. Hey.
Or a harpoon.
Yeah.
I found this little tactical fantasy, dark fantasy based game called Urtuk the Desolation. It was on my wish list for a while. It was like $9, but I'm really enjoying the special powers of the tactical based combat. And it's a game that's not very mentally intensive, that you could watch a movie or half watch a movie or a show or listen to something while playing.
Yeah, it's in the background. Yeah, it's in the background.
It's not so intense that you couldn't pay attention to any other media. So I've been playing a lot of that while watching like a hockey game or a crappy show. One. Yep. So there's a feeling to the combat system that I'm like, this is kind of how I want to see D&D combat going. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the different character classes have different fighting styles. It might be the way of describing it.
More distinction, like tying fighting to the class, more so than like as a general system for fighting, and then
or to a feat or something. But it's when one style begins to help another character's style where things get really fun. Like, for example, the javeliner, deals decent damage, but he can eventually get a power called range support, where if he has a clear line of shot and somebody hits an opponent, he gets a free attack against that opponent. Like, it's like you've opened up. Mm-hmm. You've made an opening, which then starts to steamroll a little bit, or starts to get good. The magic item system I didn't understand at first. You get these little mutagen
I got that
things.
text where it's like, I have my late stage character with noob gear. God damn it.
I was like getting 2 of each or 3 of each, and I was just selling the dupes, right? But then I couldn't figure out how
to.
Yeah, the dupes combined to make the thing a higher level, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes! I went through like 20 hours of the game with like 15th level characters with first level gear. It was. I learned how to play the game good. Yeah, I got good by tying one hand behind my back.
You were basically doing a challenge run that you'd see on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, level 1 gear challenge run.
Yeah, I turned up the challenge rating without realizing it. But no, I've been playing this little game. It's probably not for everyone. It's a bit repetitive, but like I said, you could do other things while playing it. Anyways,
the video game design is based around something called the gameplay loop. It's supposed to be repetitive, but something you enjoy repeating.
I could see myself finishing the game and not having
touching it,
a desire to play it again. But for $9, I think I've put 40 hours in over the last few weeks. So
when people
good,
video game prices for if it entertains you, if it entertains you better than the movie did, then it was worth it. And movies are like $10 an hour.
Yep.
If you go to a movie theater, if you do that, right?
All right, I'm going to do a recap for the last couple games because we haven't played. 2 games ago is King of the Dwarves. The Steelrose Expeditionary League enters the Plane of Fire to meet a duo of servants of Djamala the Emissary. They discover that a large group of enemy commanders have congregated at Djamala's compound along the banks of the Great River of Magma. Thogrim's magical bullet leads the party to the heart of the Burning Woods, where they treat with a Sphinx and a group of Acers who escaped from the City of Brass. The party is ambushed by a strange pair of green dragons before returning to Volcanica. Brennos questions Lord Deverak. Thogrim converts to the religion of Vulcan. Brennos seeks out the forbidden and hidden lore of the Dwarvish Book of Kings. Quintessa has a disturbing vision and communes with her goddess, Widget, whilst at the astral portal in the Mountainroot Temple. The next one is called Done Time, as in we're done the downtime. technically it's not true because you got enough XP during downtime to level again. So
Downtime 2, electric boogaloo.
done time. Cog meets with his Gezere teacher to discuss recent events. Brennos communes with many gods of the Mornden Salmon, including the exiled Deep Dwera. Widget visits the Shadow Plane to seek information about shadow-controlling artifacts and willingly undergoes surgery at the hands of a mind flayer to merge the aberrant abyssal fly into his being. You are now at stage 2 of corruption, because you had one stage of
shadowy corruption,
corruption, but it was really shadow demon corruption, so you already had...
Well, that wasn't on the package. Like, the book didn't say,
No, that was...
Oh, you can't trust chaotic evil gods. Who would have thunk it?
Barnabus writes a treatise on planar ley lines. Barnabus receives a visit from the Glimmer of Geode. The Dwarven clans elect leaders or elders to replace the fallen members of the Council of Overlook. The Steelrose Expeditionary League meets to discuss recent learning, share stories, consult with Barnabus, and make plans for the coming year. We left off there. It was the end of the year. We're now into the first week of spring, which is when the calendar flips over to 306, founding year. What you guys have planned for the next 3 weeks is to train for your 15th level. And I think the Darbians were doing a bunch of selling, and the Thogrim Simulacra were doing a bunch of rune crafting for you guys. And then you have a tentative meeting set up with the Imperial Administrator in the 4th week of spring. All right, so in the first week of the first week of training, this is in the new year, there are several things that are going on at Overlook while you guys are meeting with elders and training, and all at the cost of the Imperial Administrator, as per the agreement between the Steelrose Expeditionary League and her, as you guys are on retainer.
It feels good to have somebody who's really greedy help you make your negotiations, and then they reap the benefits, but feel moral superiority. It's awesome.
Moral superiority. I didn't negotiate that. I'm really sorry. My gold pants are really offensive.
There are several things that are going on. First is that the Festival of Lights is on that first evening as the basically celebrating the new year.
Brennos pouts.
Yeah, the Festival of Lights is actually a time of hope after all of the destruction that has happened. Brennos is probably a grumpy goose during this time because it appears that certain members of the council have spent a lot of money hosting the festival, and it's introducing the dwarves and citizenry of Overlook and Elsir Vale to a series of new gods that include
Vulcan.
That include gods like
not you too.
the Pattern and the Weave. There are folks from the Imperium and the Imperial Church that are preaching the goodwill of the Five-Faced God. Mm-hmm. You do see that there are some more warrior types that are giving honor to the Red God of War. There is this new light god. Brennos is really grumpy when he sees some dwarven children and human children running down the street with little banners that somebody's cast light spells and chasing dancing light lanterns throughout the city. The city is
one of these groups of kids. You can see in the dark, right? It's not that special.
You get back. You get back sort of like a combination, but the lights are fun, and you don't understand, old man.
Ooh.
Oh, it burns. I don't understand kids these days.
Kids them days.
You got that
Dwarven kids and their flashing lights.
You got that from a couple of dwarven youth running around with a gaggle of human, and there was maybe even a half elf in there. Brennos decides to retreat to basically the vicinity of the Stone Anvil Cathedral.
Yep.
You do notice that the place isn't really lit up, and it just has the dark edifice of... Well, they've turned the main area where all the statues of the gods are into basically a mausoleum. All the people that died during the attack that were followers of the Mornden Salmon, and all of the priests, you know that their bodies will be on display, and then they'll be closed up in their stone sarcophagi of various value depending on how rich their clan was and their deeds and how prominent they were in life. But with the number of dead there, there's no room for throngs of worshippers. You do see several torches that are lit, almost like kind of guarding the gates to the main temple. There's a man standing facing the temple. He's in dark robes. You don't think he's a dwarf. He's just sort of hunched over, maybe in a prayer. He's the only person that's there in that square when you had sort of retreated from the celebration of the new gods.
Yep.
For a brief moment, you were distracted as a series of guns and cannon fire went off, as apparently the Darbians have helped the weird Sphinx, friend of Thogrim, buy the permits to allow them to also preach their weird religion here, the religion of firearms and guns. They also seem to have, or at least helped out with some of the fireworks that are going off. A few of the explosions has you, like, with your warrior reflexes, sort of like looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, well, yeah,
and you look back, and this tall, gaunt man in like dark robes with a hood just goes into the temple.
We're gonna follow that guy.
It's almost like he was gliding into the temple.
We will follow that guy carefully.
Okay, Brennos.
Overland flight.
Brennos looking around. Do you have any weapons out, or are you...
No, we're not. We don't. We're gonna give him an opportunity to, like, we're not gonna be like, ha ha! We're just gonna walk through. Glidey man, I'm not 100% convinced is like an immediate, like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Okay. The closer that you get to the temple, the less you're hearing your own footsteps upon the cobbles.
Okay, now we have a weapon out.
Okay, you hear the growl from the dragon in the platinum sword. What is it?
Something's wrong. He went into, like, where all the dead dwarves are.
Yeah. Well, the main part of the temple. The temple doors are cracked open, like they're left open.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to, like, cast to see invisibility and go, like, and follow a little bit more. Like, this is all ill.
Okay.
This bodes ill.
Your footfalls as you climb the steps. When you reach the top step, you don't hear them. Even the jingle of your armor and the straps of your leather seem to recede in sound as you climb the steps to the Temple of the Mornden Salmon.
I am in a silence, but I have no ranks in spellcraft, and I am in a witch thing. I am in a ne'er-do-well.
Magic.
Okay. We are going to...
What's strange is that you still hear the crackle of the torch fire beside you.
That's weird.
You know that those torches are lit almost like a... in a way to guide souls. Also to let parishioners know that it is safe to visit the dead. It's not so that you could see, although, you know, that there are non-dwarves that do practice your religion. As rare, but some.
Okay.
Right now, you're at the
try
top.
To call out. Like, does my voice have?
You can hear your voice, but it seems to stop in your mouth. Like you could hear it coming from within, but you don't hear it out loud.
All right, we push forward. This is not correct.
Okay. You could see the statues of your deities. They look solemn at night. Perhaps it's just the way that they lit the torches, but the shadows upon their faces make them look a little bit sinister or even sad. As they're looking down upon the... It's got to be at least 100 sarcophagi within the Stone Anvil Cathedral. Most of them are in the center, while some of them, if they worshipped a particular god of the Morden salmon, are sort of placed underneath that deity's statue. The mass majority of them are sort of in the center before Morden's statue, and you could see that was quick. The guy's already at the altar of Morden, just sort of looking down, his back to you.
Okay, walk up behind him and grab his shoulder.
You start walking amongst them. You notice that as you're walking, the torches that are before each of the deities begin to snuff out as you pass by them.
That is the illest goddamned omen. That is a bad omen. That is a terrible omen. Oh man, that omen sucks. Okay. I think we still have to get to the guy, but...
Yep. If you get to the guy, you'll have passed all the deities' statues except for Morden, whose statue is at the front overlooking his pantheon. His family. You pause for a moment.
Yep, we have a quick think. We'll try to call to the guy.
Okay, your voice again. You think you're making noise. It's just dying an inch from your lips. Everything here in this tomb, this temple, this mausoleum amongst the sarcophagi is silent.
Now do I chuck a fucking hammer at him? No, we will...
That's not always the solution.
We will pray to each of the gods as we pass their statues.
Okay. And as you take that final step, kind of putting the torch just at the edge of your peripheral view, the torches go out.
Okay.
Until finally there's only one large torch left, and that is beneath that of Morden, the greatest of the statues and the greatest of the gods in this house, the chief of the pantheon, and that just before the altar, his head down, is the robed figure. Okay. His back is towards you. He's sort of hovering. You don't see his feet.
I grab his shoulder and turn him around.
All right, so you grab his shoulder, you turn him around. All you see is this rotten face that goes like this. And Brennos, a couple hours later, you wake up in the temple.
Are the torches lit?
Nope.
Are any of the torches lit?
They're the faintest of embers that are still on Morden's torch.
Do I feel okay?
Well, you feel a bit shook. The sword landed just inches from your hand, and when you finally put your hand on the sword, there's a growl from the sword. Are you all right?
How long was I out?
I don't know. I went away.
that happened, right?
I think so.
We will, like, do a quick, like, inventory of, like, everything's kind of where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Divine connection feels intact.
You cast a simple Orison. It's still there. You check your equipment. Nothing's missing. There are no signs of tracks or any sign of this creature or thing coming here.
Alright. Fancy pants wants a mystery. I'll bring him a fucking mystery then. We're gonna relight all the torches.
He doesn't. What makes you think that?
We're gonna relight all.
You're gonna do it anyway. But yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna relight all the torches. We will spend the evening doing rituals to each of the gods and relighting their torches with nice big flames.
Okay.
Big fuck off ostentatious flames for each one.
Eventually, you're happy that some of the priests in the temple that are there notice, but their numbers are pretty thin at this point in time. Somebody does come down and help you. Another drunk priest who was out celebrating during the festival comes and they start helping you light things, but it's just...
That was... for the ones that were in my vision, I'm going to call it a vision for now, or in the event, that were stuffed out earlier, did they look like they went out naturally or unnaturally in terms of using survival and looking at the torch? The skulls?
Oh, the torches were all still
capable of burning.
They had hours left. Like, they were big, freaking, almost like tiki torch.
Now, do you think that was a fucking dragon in a man suit or like a dead human? It was too tall for a dwarf, unless it was like a giant dwarf.
Yeah, it was. Might have been human. His face was really rotted. It was hard to. There wasn't any distinguishing mark. There wasn't any. In fact, you're having a hard time remembering what the face looked like. It was kind of like, oh, and you whatever it did, it shushed you asleep.
Yep.
You felt your heart skip a beat.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Brennos has been around enough divine connections that this creature wasn't this. It just wasn't a man. It wasn't a simple undead thing.
No, it wasn't I'm assuming it wasn't a 9th level wizard with overland flight. Well, when in doubt, we ask Fancy Pants about the thing. Some sort of ill omen came in here. Now, well, like one of the priests nearby. Did you see a shade in a dark robe with a sunken, rotten face floating through here?
Oh no, we don't have to worry about that here. There are wards against undeath.
Hey. Wards against undeath. This is the poutiest day of pout. We're having an emo day.
You also know that the Great Elder elections have started, where the 5 elected elders vote amongst themselves. Or is it them that vote amongst themselves? Give me a second.
Yeah, they were supposed to vote amongst themselves.
They vote amongst themselves to elect a Grand Elder. This takes as much time as it takes.
Yep.
It should be in the next. By the time that you guys meet with the Imperial Administrator, it will likely. They will likely have an elder.
Okay, we'll like whip off a judgment light or something. We're gonna like whip off some magic into space as a blessing and leave.
Okay.
Just as a we're basically going to bless this place through judgment light for protection and purity. Like, just as get the oogie boogies out of the room. Cleanse the oogie boogie from the room.
All right. Let's see. Oh, during the festival, Quintessa is tracked down. What is Quintessa doing in the evening of the Festival of Lights?
She doesn't worship any of these nameless gods, so she's probably just guarding the portal.
Oh, you returned to the Mountainroot Temple?
Yep. Someone's
Okay.
got to guard the portal. So.
All right. At the Mountainroot Temple, there is a visitor. She looks like she came alone, and you catch her looking around as if she's never been here before. You hear her introducing herself to the custodian. The custodian answers her questions as the Imperial Administrator has come seeking out Quintessa.
Okay.
Let me just find her token. Where is it?
Where is that?
Can you force us there, please? Abduls. When you have a chance.
I don't know if I have the... I think it's in a different map. I'm just going to go into...
Sure.
To Overlook. I can force you guys there.
Oh.
So this is the holy ground.
Yes.
I would have
Imperial
expected the...
Administrator. She gives a slight bow.
Yep.
The bow that she is accorded.
Yeah, Val gives her a nod. One would expect the dwarves would have kept this place in better repair. She, steps over some of the trash that the Githyanki left behind and some of the fallen rocks as she picks her way towards... she's actually at the portal with you.
Based on what's going on outside, I wonder how much support the Dwarven Temple still has.
Give me a perception check.
Expect her to be able to do things, okay? She's not Barnabus.
Perception or an appraise.
Perception, appraise, any of that thing. She's not. Actually, perception.
We know something you don't know.
I'll give Val's perception.
34.
Val's got a really good one. Val's got 42. Okay.
Is it her fakey ice person?
Yeah, there's something a little off about Yazel Brist. There's something wrong with her chin. Like it's too square. Like you actually know Yazel Brist. You've spent some time with her. You have tea with her. When there's no one else in the room, the pretense of station sometimes drops between the two of you. You're effectively friends, right?
Yeah.
So you know Yazel Brist. Yeah, this is one of her simulacra.
Well, I'd offer you some tea, but...
I've come here to ask how things are going with the demon hunting in Overlook.
We are preparing.
What? She says.
We are preparing.
Oh, I had expected to have received a report by now about how the battle has fared. Have you not engaged them at all?
We have found their lair, and we are preparing.
On the 4th week of the new year, you are to bring yourselves, she includes Valsoren, and the Steelrose Expeditionary League to Denevar. You are effectively summoned for a moot that is there. We have many things of great concern of this realm as well as the Imperium to discuss.
As you wish, Imperial Administrator.
I expect a report on how your engagement against the demons underneath Overlook has progressed before you arrive.
We've taken no losses.
The who below the what now?
We must
Look at the
we
top.
must show to our guests that any of our enemies who dare attack our leadership will be visited great vengeance.
Of course.
To do otherwise would invite other problems. You and your friends, your band, should be on their best behavior. We will have ambassadors from several other places who have taken interest, who may be of use in our battle against these Githyanki.
Perhaps then a private meeting with the entirety of the group and select members with the ambassadors.
Each of those who are invited are allowed to bring 2 others as advisors or guards should they feel the need.
Very well.
If you do not have room for him, I would like Widget to be part of my 3. He and I have some history in the Shadow Plane, and he is quite resourceful.
I will pass on the invitation.
As for the others, which 3 that you choose to bring is up to you, and I'm sure that, well, given that this meeting is happening in my backyard, the Steelrose Expeditionary Group can be considered a separate entity for choosing 3.
Very well.
There should be a lead and 2 others. The Inquisitors will be there as well. I could arrange for Brennos to be one of their 3.
That would be helpful.
We should meet before the council to discuss anything that is, well, for my ears only.
Of course.
She nods. She was about to say something else, but then she just decided not to.
Did she come be like she's got some guards down here, or?
Well, it's a long path between here and the entrance to the place, so
Yeah.
maybe she's got guards with her, but given the way that Thogrim treats his simulacra, the simulacra might be treated as a little bit expendable.
This might be a go for simulacra. The chin's wrong, so it's I'll go off. Go do it, chin again.
Okay.
Finnegan!
I know that we will be... it will be very good to spend some time. However, things have grown quite dark on Volcanica. Pun intended with the ash.
That they have.
We will tell you more about the reports that we have received when we meet. Finish your preparations. We cannot have demons running amok, be that in the sewers or anywhere else in Elsier Vale or in the lands of the Empire. If you and your band cannot deal with these things, then we will have to find those that can.
Understood.
Okay. She uses a lot of we's because she's speaking on behalf of herself and the real
Yes.
Ysel Briest. Please stand up. All right. She leaves.
Quintessa's quite gracious. I know some other members of the party that would be a little bit more or less diplomatic would be the right way to phrase it.
Yeah.
To the ice cube is being mad at me. It's like no, it's a very important ice cube.
Yeah.
Given that the dangers in this task, you can inform Barnabus that there will be danger pay in the form of 2 very expensive scrolls and 5,000 gold pieces for a successful completion of this.
I'm sure he'll be elated.
Also, you have not given us the spells that you wish to put into your custom staff. I imagine at least one of your casters will be eager to get that project started.
Yes.
Dimensional lock might be a good one.
Yeah.
I think they gave you a limit where it was a 6th and a 4th and a 2nd. I think was the.
Okay.
A 6th, a 4th, and okay. How about a heal spell, a restoration, and a lesser restoration? Oh wait, does that use? Yeah, they use different amounts of charges, correct?
Well, they can. It's up to the staff creator.
What is the rule for staves with expensive material components?
50 times.
So she doesn't know anything about crafting, so just do it.
We could have said like the raised dead.
The heal and the lesser restoration are doable. The restoration is quite expensive.
Fine.
Perhaps another 4th. I assume divine spells with the line that you are taking.
We have somewhat of a dearth of divine casters.
Effectively, are you asking for a staff of life?
That's what it sounded.
Yeah.
A staff of healing? Staff of healing.
Yeah, I don't know what's on that. I just picked the
other ones that are 4th that might be fun in there. Anti-incorporeal shell, make whole greater.
Anti-incorporeal
shadows. Yep. Goddammit.
Anti-incorporeal
shadows. Goddammit.
Fuck those things.
Exactly.
Wow, stabs of life actually do raise dead, but it's 5 charges. Look at that cost. That's why the cost is so high.
It's because 50. There's 50 times 5,000 for the cost of the raised dead.
Yeah, it's like 2,800.
Thanks, Alan. All right, so anti-incorporeal shell. Somebody write this down in your loot and treasure. Like these are the requested spells. Quintessa requested them. So heal, anti-incorporeal shell is the 4th, and lesser restoration as the 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like a very good staff. Staff needs a name and a short description. You guys can make the request. All right, Giselle leaves. Or at least her simulacra leaves. She does take note of your requests. Something like that would probably take, I don't know, a month to craft.
That's fine.
I'm going to make note that your staff is ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Staff is complete. You should have already started your adventure by then, but...
If somebody shows up and goes, "You got this Healy thing, the Healy stick of healiness." Yes.
Yep. All right, that's the Imperial Administrator coming to visit. Sunny, during that first week, in your sendings to Djamala, there is one day where you're in the middle of druid training, but you decide to check in on her. And she gives an update basically that the congregation of people has left.
Oh, all of them, or just some? We'll do like a.
Your presence was known. Like you guys came and visited, did a bunch of things, and then you left. And they left not via the.
They didn't go through the gate.
The gate, and they expended a significant amount of resources to leave in other ways.
That part was good.
Yeah. But basically, Djamala says she's at her estate keeping it nice for Sarshan's return.
We need to kill Sarshan.
Sarshan's still the lord of Jamala's estate.
Yep. So there'll be a sending of like, so do we just need to bring his...
Oh, and your Imperial friends were the first to leave.
Yeah. Probably like... So was... General Mick fails to guard the town back in time for the festival.
Commander Bram Ironfell, well, he got voted in last. You assume he's back at Overlook.
Did Brennos see him? Because Brennos is looking for that guy.
Give me your finger, you.
Okay, so
Like, did Brennos happen across him during the festival?
let's just roll a d20 while the d20 off. He's being evasive and you're being intrusive, so
Yes,
let's just
yes,
roll
yes,
a d20. Higher wins. All right, you know he's back in town. You keep on missing where he is. It doesn't look like he's publicly. It doesn't look like he's publicly.
He's not making public appearances.
He's not making public appearances.
It's just going to be worse when I finally catch him.
And you get
He's
this.
the Where's Waldo of the Dwarven Council.
You get the sense that he's fighting his own, basically PR battle right now, because as member of the council, he is no longer the commander, or could be stripped of that title, and it sounds like that many of the dwarves want him to be stripped of that title. Like, many of them are placing blame upon him. So you do get the sense that he's the least popular member on the council, although his votes are very strong with the martial elements in the town, which are still a strong faction within the city.
Yes.
The response you get from them, it's like, it's not the commander's fault he got shit orders from above.
Their alignment's not the same as mine, because Brennos' view of that is very much, you don't follow a shit order with the Pantheon. So
He's probably consolidating power or dealing with the possible loss of his. Also, he's voting for the Grand Elder. Like, there's some politicking amongst
he's
themselves.
busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You do see that Naraki Hilda Ember Sunder does make an appearance during the Festival of Lights, and she sets off the big light show, fireworks, and she blesses group. There's food being handed out, and food, wine.
Give me 1 second. I've been. A dwarf can only take so much before he checks to see if he's going to control weather on any of his domains. Give me a second.
Brennos going to be a poop.
I don't think
You're literally gonna rain on her parade.
I have a feeling of. I'm having a think about it. It's just fine.
Sonny's just asking for rain. Volcanica loves magic.
So Brennos is not above thinking about this. He doesn't. It's a 6th circle spell to do what he wanted to do, and he doesn't have 6th yet. So, but he thought about it in terms of like what he did. Oh, he thought about making it rain. He was like, he went through the whole like, in 1 hour I can make it rain. No, he doesn't, because he can't.
All right,
easy to decide.
I'm going to switch focus to Thogrim for a second, because Thogrim, I assume you've spent the money for these upgrades, but Thogrim, you've learned the higher level version of Create Demiplane.
Yep.
And you've conjured your demiplane and made it permanent.
Correct.
Okay, so I've added this as a map. Thogrim's Forge Phase 2.
Yeah. And the teleportation lock, or I can't remember what the spell was that we used to lock it.
The teleportation trap.
Trap, yeah, is across the whole thing, and only that one spot is accessible.
Okay. And you've paid for that?
Yep. I've put all the money away for it.
Okay. I've moved a couple of things and tokens from Phase 1 map to the Phase 2 map. So you've got your 4 simulacra? 3?
There's 3. There's number 6, 3 blues, and 3 reds.
3 blues and 3 reds. Okay, I'm missing some of the blues. You can copy and paste them if you want.
Yeah.
Rusty is there, but G1 isn't, because G1's still on loan to the Mountainroot Temple. And you've got a cannon somewhere, and then Bannock Blomberdom, You want to walk us
Yep.
through what all this stuff is? So this is an expansion to the existing
Absolutely.
demiplane?
Yes.
I need to copy one thing about the ethereal fog.
So, yeah, I don't know how far you're zoomed in. Let's just focus on the area south here, south of the. Let me see what you're showing, so I can tell you what to show.
Well, instead of telling me about it, what character is with
Who's going on the tour?
Who's going on the tour with Thogrim?
Yeah.
And that's a question for Mark and
Yeah,
Barnabus.
Barnabus. Yeah, he'd probably show Barnabus first.
Barnabus and Sonny.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Or Widget. Widget would probably like it more.
All right,
'cause
Barnabus and
he's a
Widget.
caster. he's.
Let me grab their tokens. Barnabus, you've got aim in here or not?
What kind of light you got in here? Because this looks pretty fancy.
Is
The
aiming with
light?
you or not?
So
Oh, yeah, Eamon's with me.
Okay.
Provided there's room, otherwise you can watch our stuff. Whatever.
so
Or,
there.
or he just takes him along, pretends like he's coming with him, and then we just leave without him.
Aiming's gonna kill you.
He's gonna do horrible, horrible things to you. Yep. That's what's gonna happen.
Not.
All right, you arrive at the teleport trap after, I guess, Thogrim plane shifts you there one evening. There's a small army of Thogrim simulacra that are working on things. I think they're still putting the stuff into your runes, so you can see them. You can see them working on your gear.
Work faster, damn it! No, he doesn't say that. Good work, everyone.
You know,
It's
they're
coming
just-
along. Very good. Very good.
They're just things. You don't have to compliment them. Like Eamon.
Good God.
I know he's disgusting. I'll make
Well.
him wear a hat.
You're the first to my upgrade, let's say. It's good. Have a look around. Yeah. Come south. This is probably the more important part. You see, there's you see where this place is here on the far left. It's kind of like a semicircular thing. There's like some decorated V's up on the wall beside it. So basically, you can give like sermons right in the middle of crafting.
Shrine to Vulcan. Nice.
It's a shrine right in the middle of the crafting area.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you bring all you guys
Quick
down
question.
here?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody still shows up at the circle, yeah?
Correct.
All right.
You notice right here, there's lots of healing potions and lots of scrolls.
This isn't a lie
Right
this
by the
time. You've
top.
got them written down somewhere.
No, I've actually you've got like you zoom in. There's lots of potions and lots of scrolls right there.
Oh, you
and
actually
there's
put
more
them on,
crafting-
yeah.
Yeah, there's more crafting stations to the right. When you come down here, you'll see I've got the armory, right? Step through. He's got a key for it. Step through here, and in the back you've got the treasury.
Yeah, the treasury is pretty light because you guys have sold a lot of stuff. You do see that the selection of shadow weapons that you didn't divvy up and sell that you were going to give to the Imperial Administrator as proof you guys are battling enemies of the state are in the armory. You could see the Cape of the Melidius is in the treasury, kind of being saved for a later date. There are also some minor gifts, like things for Agony, things for Chaga, a donation to orphans, stuff that you're going to return to the Mountainroot Temple. The potion of longevity you guys haven't figured out what to do with. You know, that stuff's all...
I thought we were going to give it to Sunny.
There's a list.
We don't know if it's going to do anything.
Oh, that's
There's a
right,
chance
yeah.
it doesn't.
There is a big list of gear and weapons and magic items that are stored here.
Mhm.
It's under Thogrim's Forge in our sheet. It's like wands, consumables. So if you guys need anything there, go in there. There's like wands of mirror image, true strike, magic missiles, hastes.
Where is this?
This is under Thogrim's Forge.
Okay, I'm going to move it up near the treasure sheet just so we can access
Sure.
it.
Yeah. So anything I find useful, I've been taking, like potions and stuff, and
Oh.
throwing them there.
I stand corrected. There's all the Githyanki fucking staff weapons and cartridges.
Yeah. There's lots of guns and
Bunch of guns.
Well, the guns, all the weapons are stored here.
Okay.
Right? And all the treasure, like gold, like diamonds and shit like that are here.
All right, you see that
Anyway,
your stuff is being protected.
Barnabus wants to look at the lock. Like, he could probably pick it,
not
but
that good.
You can,
yeah, my the main lock is he's like, it's the golems.
you can't rely on golems.
They're kind of dumb.
You
Well,
don't have the ghoul head anymore. I think that's at the temple, right?
Yeah,
That's at the temple,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have an eyeball though. You should check out my eyeball. I got multiple eyeballs.
Which one's this? Oh, that's the massive eyeball. Okay, it's fine. You guys look out here. This is all walls. The ceiling has the ceiling's like panels. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And there's a you see the ceiling, the roof. You can close it if you wish. You can see there's double paneled and there's a shift.
Okay.
Right now it's sunny. It's on a cycle. 10 hours. Sun, 10 hours. Moon. And then it'll continue. It's much nicer than before, yeah? And you guys look a little bit south here is actually a like a fence, not a fence, like a little wall, just waist height, and you've got some cannons and crossbows, and you see in close range and in the distance targets, and it's a permanent illusion. Right here, yes. He grabs a crossbow and shoots one of the targets. Explodes and another one pops up. It's done by illusions, see?
Can the edge of the thing, is it like a real edge, or can like
No,
wanderers
all
coming-
this is illusion. As soon as you shoot out here, it's gone.
Okay.
But it's illusion. It looks like I wouldn't step out there.
Oh, so the plane ends here.
The plane ends right here, but this is all illusion.
I'm gonna make a line.
So
Well-
you're suggesting that maybe you should put a sign saying "Don't chuck a dwarf and throw it through."
It's just strictly for cannon testing and gun training. You see.
For safety's sake, you want to show us where else it ends?
Oh yes.
And you
Alright,
put a
everything
fucking
here is
illusion in
closed off.
place.
Like there's lots of windows when you open it. There's like nice like oases and things like that in the distance. This is just the former workshop. Yeah, let's go to the place where I relax. Sure.
Certainly, all right.
Excuse me, Rusty. Right.
You saw Thogrim 6-1. He wanted to get Thogrim's attention with like a scroll or something like that. He went.
Sucks to suck.
So, for us normal-sized, regular-sized folk can rest themselves in here. There's 3 toilets for medium-sized creatures.
Do you have any that are private? I can't go when
And that-
anyone's nearby.
Well, you can just lock this main door then. Have it all to yourself. And as you can see in here, you've got a smaller one and a larger one. Not everyone's, the same size. Yeah?
Yeah, look, Widget, he made you your
There's
own
like a
little shit
large
box.
sink and a small sink.
So,
All
all right. Everybody's got to poop, I guess.
small, medium, large.
Yep.
You can have one of each size, all
there's-
hanging out and having a poop
Hanging
together.
out, yeah.
There's a set of doors that we went through, and then there's another set of doors here.
That's
We
a
go
fucking
through.
carpet
This
and a
is
half.
This is wooden now. This is all wooden. Like the walls are wooden panels and everything's
Where
wooden
did
now.
you get this carpet from? It's very nice.
You just find the material and fabricate it.
No, so you made it. Very nice.
That's probably why it's got a little cannon motif on it. You can see the little fucking guy with the cannon.
There you are.
Somebody fucking explode.
There you are.
Barnabus brings up his spectacles. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Little stick man being blown apart.
Right. Step this way. And here we can get some rest for some of us. These are all double beds.
All bunk beds, yeah.
No bunk
All
bed.
are bunk beds, and there are actually walls in between here, and there's no wall in between here. It's actually quite private.
Oh,
And
it's
there's
a lot of beds. You expecting much company? Oh, you're fucking asses. That's right. Yeah.
yes. How
Are
many
they
of
gonna
them will
set
be
the
here?
sheets on fire?
Do we just assume that out every window is fucking illusion that goes to
Yeah,
nowhere?
don't step on any goddamn windows, you morons.
Every window is a trap.
Why would you
Got
step
it.
out through? He closes the doors behind him as he goes through. So he opens the doors and you go through and he closes them again. Here's another set. And this one's for you, Barnabus, really.
Oh,
Step through, there's a very nice library here with lots of books, fireplace,
oh, this is
and
lovely.
very, very big windows here.
Oh, this is very nice. Thank you.
So this is a nice, well, reading room for you. Yeah. Desk on the side, you can close it or open it for natural light, as you wish. The sun actually comes from the front side, the northern side, so the sun would start here and go across like that.
Well, thank you very much, Thogrim. This will be most helpful.
Ah, you're welcome. On this side, you've got an alchemy lab. Well, yes, for Cog, but
Barnabus,
Ah.
Barnabas is also an alchemist.
Yeah, Barnabas is probably going to make use of it in the next couple of weeks. Actually,
there you go.
So, where do you cook?
Yes, follow me, please.
What, Widget does not walk
Yeah,
outside
Barnabas
until
is
you
doing
walk
the same thing.
outside.
I'm not
There ain't no
Yeah.
going outside.
Haha, you're in the ethereal plane.
Whoa.
Okay, you notice that there's a turtle crawling around in the grass,
now is that a real turtle or is that grass? Am I going to fall if I go off the pavement?
and
or
there's a
stone?
very, very tired looking lemur hanging from a tree.
Hold on. Oh, that's an illusion. So the illusion starts. I'll show you where the illusion
Okay.
starts.
like on the sand,
It
or
starts here. This is an illusion.
All right, well I got
Here.
so
Sorry.
where is the boundary of your plane?
Here, see my line right here, like this, straight up and down like that.
Okay,
so along the
like
grass and all the way up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then on the other side as well.
So don't go in the water.
Oh, you can go in the water. In fact, I recommend it. There's a boat. There's
Don't
a
fuck with
lazy
me.
boat.
Are we here or not? If we go, where does it stop?
You see,
Widget's just disbelieving everything. I disbelieve fucking everything.
Relax. Relax for a minute.
where's the boundary
You see
this
this
way?
boat? You see this boat? You see this boat floating along here? It gets to this point, and it comes back here.
And the boundary along this backside is there an opposite shore or not?
To where? This? Yeah, here. There's an opposite shore,
Okay.
and it just climbs up like that. So it's hard. It just goes up. I just didn't know how to do it. There's like lots of pillows, lots of carpets, lots of nice places to sit, some fabricated fountains, seats, lots of trees here. This is bountiful as well, so there's lots of fruits here.
This is very nice.
And then there's like a gate, like a
is this still the mushroom patch that Sunny planted?
the mushroom patch. The mushroom patch I would have told Sunny to get rid of, to pull out, because no, you didn't want to get rid of it.
Well, it's your
I
plane.
could put it here, but here it's sunny.
Oh, you could build a roof
could-
over it.
I could build a roof. I could definitely update it. It's fine.
Here,
But-
I'll stick one in. So you've got a wall here. And where's the door to the outside?
The door's right here. At this point, architecturally, engineering-wise, I'm not sure, but I put 5 big doors and lots of wood. I'm hoping you don't hear the hammering anymore.
Yeah, the hammering is much more muted, and this is where the mushroom patch. There you go.
Yeah, there's some fish. There's a couple of like birds, a couple of crabs, stuff, things like that.
All right, so there's some fauna as well as flora.
Yeah.
Neat.
This is a stone gate. It's like an arch.
Okay.
Or a arch with a door. I'm still crafting it, but it's gonna have once per day mages. What's it called?
Private thing.
Not the private sanctum. This place is the whole place is
mansion.
magnificent mansion. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
In there is where you want to have a nice meal. Be cast every morning.
I don't want the infrastructure for that, so I'll have my own.
Yeah.
I'll have my own pocket dimension restaurant. 5-star restaurant. Nice.
This is some very nice work, Thogrim. Very impressed.
What? So is this like
Thank you.
tropical or arid or?
Not. It's not. It looks warm, but it's nice and cooler because like a cool temperature. But the sun keeps you a bit warm. And it's a 10-hour cycle. So a 20-hour day, 10-hour sun, 10-hour, or you make it 12. Change the hours as I wish, but it requires a casting, which is free. Or it's 500 gold pieces.
Aside from a couple of fucking safety signs, good work.
Oh, thank you.
Have fun in the ethereal.
Well, they know not to go out there.
Nice place if I can death sentence for Slake. It's just.
Well, I didn't make it. I didn't put a loop at the end with the cannon for obvious reasons. Wouldn't want that shit flying back at you.
No, we wouldn't.
But yeah.
Maybe you can make a fucking visitor's badge. In fact, that's probably not a bad idea.
You have badges.
You have badges.
That's how you.
Dimensional anchor badges is something that stops you from leaving the property.
I need more money for that.
Just
Slake, Bank of Slake.
I'm sure he'd be very eager to loan you money for your magical domain.
Oh, he destroyed this place.
It's all about messaging. You tell him, I'm going to make it so the wizards can't hippity hop around. What happens when he shows up with his... Actually, what you really should be worried about, your target range, he's going to throw one of them thistlewood javelins at it. Sisyphus, whatever it's called.
I don't want his spears here.
Let's be honest. The likelihood of him ending up here is only the worst dire of emergencies. So.
Well, I can put a gate eventually, and that's not going to come yet. Not yet.
Widget, did you have an item where you were going to replace one of your eyes?
I did.
You did? Okay, so that's new, guys.
Did you put Yenagu's eye in?
No. That's for the other eyeball. That's for the other eye slot.
The other eyes.
No, the onyx eye.
You have something in your eye.
Yeah, he's replaced one eyeball with something completely onyx, and then at first you thought it was like a spell, because both of his eyes are black. His right and good eye is completely solid black, but organic looking, and the other one is definitely a carved piece of stone made out of
Why
onyx.
do you have a rock in your face?
Do I?
there's a bit of a grumble from Eamon, like he wanted to say something, but
it's a good question, but I guess to each his own. Get enlighten us with your own upgrades.
Yeah, Widget looks a little bit different, Barnabus, Thogrim.
It's all the rage these days. Gotta keep in style.
No, seriously, you have a thing in your eye. It's very weird. Where'd that come from?
And Barnabas, you got 32, and Thogrim got 32. Now that you're looking at Widget with the sun coming from the north side of this place, Widget is casting no shadow.
Well, shit. That's different.
You could see the three of your shadows, even the shadow of Thogrim's little eyeball familiar talk, but you don't see anything from Widget.
Jump for a second. I want to see something.
Thogrim like he's like putting his hand through him to see if it's like an illusion or something.
he's there.
No, he's there, right?
Where's your shadow gone? What have you done?
I'm a Shadowcaster, obviously.
Yes, of course, that makes absolute sense. It does not make sense, Widget. But all right, it's you sneaky.
Fine, don't tell me.
It's fascinating, really.
To Barnabas, you lie like a 5-year-old.
Widget learned how to lie.
Did
He's
he?
got 18 now. Plus 18.
Ooh.
Well, it's better than his plus fucking 5 or whatever it was
Yeah,
before.
agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just being a little bit evasive about it. You guys are
Yep.
high-level adventurers that are now got items that you're sticking into yourselves, and then you have swaths of magic. It could just be a curious effect of multiple things, or that Widget has taken some step towards being a better Shadowcaster, or something happened and he's not telling you. Like, he's being evasive by it.
He's not answering the question.
Is it weirder than 2 left hands? No, it's not.
Nope.
So,
His eyes are weird, and he's not casting a shadow. He also looks like he lost a few pounds. Like he's a little more gaunt.
You need a sandwich?
Are you feeling
I could
all
use
right?
a sandwich, actually.
Subtract 1% of Widget's body weight.
Perfect.
Yep.
1%? He's a gnome.
Well, make it 2. Make it 2 then. 2.5.
39 pounds.
All right.
Wow. Smaller than before. Amazing. I should have made that toilet smaller.
Don't worry, I won't fall in.
It's very bright here, Widget. You're like,
Yeah, it's how long? You said 10 hours before the sun goes down.
Yeah, but he looks at, so it's probably another 4 hours.
All right.
You can go inside, right?
Just step into the well, I can hear from here.
Well, you guys get the idea, yeah?
Barnabus, speaking of which, when are we killing the fly demon?
Oh, got a little bit of got a few meetings with a few people, i.e. training. Once a few weeks, yeah, we'll get it done.
Perfect.
All right, so that was Thogrim showing off his new creation.
Yeah, he's proud as like,
Pretty cool, Ahmed. If you could, along the walls, show me where the rest of the boundaries of the place would be. That would be.
They're along the. They're actually along the walls.
Along the walls of the.
Along the walls, so everything else is.
Even like interior here.
Yeah,
is
even
illusion?
that.
Okay.
But there's windows. That's why it's drawn in.
And all the windows have permanent illusions on them. That's why you could see the outside. Cool. Okay. The fabricated outside. So weird. All right.
there's a thing. Do not leave window. Do not leave.
So the illusion actually isn't in that area. It's along the window.
Yeah. There is nothing there. It's just on there.
It's like Star Trek. The edges of the holodeck in Star Trek or something.
Yeah.
All right. Cool stuff. Let's go back to Overlook and back to the week by week. Okay, that week is done. You're now into the second week of your training. Let's see, Festival of Lights, the election of the Grand Elder is still going. All right. Given that this is the second week of spring, while you're training, Overlook caravans reach Karak, or at least reach the area where the Howling Crag is.
Oh, we'll see how well that goes.
I want a D6 roll. 6 means that there's a major incident. 1 means the Giants just maybe assumed that they were going to get paid and just sort of let people by. So Mark,
they did say they'll wait.
actually, this was Sonny's. I think Sonny's lead on his mission. So let's do the D6 roll with Adam.
1.
Look at that.
They're fat, happy giants waiting for the golds and cannons.
Any minute now.
All right, so there was no incident at this point in time as Overlook caravans have reached the Lost Valley, and
So we get to see the path was safe. They got angry after at you.
could have been worse. Could
have been worse. Could have been
it was
worse,
actually
yeah.
really good. Yeah, you guys still haven't.
Sonny was just right.
The thing is, Sonny, Thogrim, and what was it, Slake? And
Amadeus.
Quintessa. Oh, was it Amadeus? Yeah, just haven't told anyone they made a deal with the Giants yet.
Except for Barnabus, and Barnabus.
Well,
was
yeah.
just like,
Barnabus
at that point, he'd been getting bad mouths for 6 months. He's like, "Fuck this guy."
Didn't it go to the Lord Dvarak?
No, Barnabas went and talked to Lord Dvarak and said nothing about it.
That's when Barnabus
He just said
threatened
it's
Lord
done.
Dvarak. Yeah.
Yeah. It's done. Our business is finished.
Oh my.
Yep. So
Well, what's he supposed to say? Oh, by the way, you owe them designs for cannons. No, he's not saying that.
all right, there are rumors afoot that Lord Clegor Dvarak is on the verge of becoming the Great Elder of Overlook. It hasn't been announced yet, but such things are happening behind the scenes.
Lord Dvarak is becoming the Great Elder?
He was the first to be reelected.
Yep.
There seems to be problems with Bram Ironfell, who was in charge of the city during, or the city's forces when it was attacked. There seems to be some shadow upon the Mother of the Mountain, who wasn't at the attack, like she wasn't with the council when it was attacked, and there may be some problems there. There's a very small but vocal minority that thinks that she was a coward.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you guys came to the conclusion that she was on official business looking after realm stuff and just happened to not be there that day on the council. It's not unheard of for council members to not be around. Sunny thinks she was off druiding.
She was doing druid stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, Sonny, why weren't you here? Because I was busy doing my thing. I will always I will arrive when it's pertinent for me to be there.
All right, that is what's going on this week. Any little minor things you guys want to do? If not, I'm going to move on to the next.
Oh, the next meeting, Brennos does do the whole, like, no legs, floaty shadow man with the robot and no face. Obviously, divine being. Mr. Vance Pants.
Yeah, you guys aren't training in the same area, and I don't think.
No, I don't
Brennos
think
says...
it'll come up in the next whatever the next. It's like for the next Steelrose dinner.
Yeah, which is probably right before you guys.
Yeah,
get
right
together.
before we meet with the administrator, where it's like everyone on their best behavior.
Yep. All right, this week gone. Third week of spring. The party is training for their level. The rune crafting is still going on, although it will. I'll basically let it complete at the beginning of next week. News happens that Lord Devarik is named the Great Elder of the Council. He's managed to convince the other council members to vote for him. There's also some things that are happening because of that. Bram Ironfell is voted by the council to relinquish his commander status, which means that they are looking for a new commander.
Mm-hmm.
How do they get a hold of him? He's in his fucking room. Thogrim, you are training, which means you have to interact with people in Overlook. So while you are studying your new spells in a library somewhere,
No.
you're at the Oakhart Library copying some complicated formulas down that you need to unlock the 8th circle of spells. You're excited about this when a messenger arrives.
Just come in.
Good day. He seems really nervous. They must be... Yeah, Overlook suffered a lot of losses because it looks like he's a new recruit in some messaging branch of the local military.
Did I say mail boy? I mean chief post officer of the realm.
Right. He's in his suit. He's like, are you even old enough to be doing what you're doing? He's got a little short sword at his side. Good day, Thogrim Azerborn.
His fucking voice.
It's the fast food kid from The Simpsons.
I was like, come in, lad.
Okay, he comes in.
Come
he
on
salutes you, even though you're not part of the military.
Thogrim salutes him with his other right hand.
Although you would realize that later on, the message that he's trying to give you is effectively trying to make it so. I have a message from the Council of Overlook.
Have a look.
You are summoned at their next session?
Am I now? All right.
That is what they told me the message said, although the seal has not been broken.
Oh, thank you. Quite professional of you, lad.
Thank you. Sir?
Yeah.
And he...
Do we usually tip them or something, or no?
No, he's on official business. He's got a wage and
He's
All right.
I mean,
We'll share around.
You can, but
Yeah, I'll throw him a golden. I'll throw him like
like
a
a
gold.
military messenger.
what is this for, sir? I cannot accept bribes.
It's not a bribe. I think you're doing a fantastic job. That's all. Encouragement, my friend.
Okay, he kind of leaves the room holding onto the coin like he's not sure what to do with it, and it's like a dangerous thing.
All right, I'll occupy him for a while.
Give him a puzzle.
Get a sandwich with it. All right. He's gonna put it down. He's gonna detect magic first.
Yeah, there's a minor bit of magic, as the seal actually does have some magic on it. It's
The
like
seal, not the contact itself.
Nope. You realize that the document was sealed by two seals, not one.
Sure.
One of the seals is of the Council of Overlook, and the other one is of Aragathos, Archmage of Elsir Vale.
Oh, old master, eh? All right. Crack.
Okay. It is a summons before the Council of Overlook.
Okay. How many days before that summons is am I requested?
Tomorrow.
Give some time.
Nope.
Your lawyer.
They left no time. Give me a second. I'm looking for the write-up on Overlook. It is a summons before the Elder Council of Overlook to discuss your appointment as Defender of Overlook.
Who's Defender before?
Um,